Not yet. Yep. No worries, I'll have that. Can you guys just get a track of the school? Yeah, just do it. Yes, please.
Check 1, 2.
So that's right, just below there.
Moving forward, great back there by young Seb.
Just use 1. Number 1, okay. Yeah.
Correction, Archie Van Dorn also picked up some awards this week in the league's best and fairest.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Young Bo Baldwin wrapped up there by the South players. Good tackle. The umpire's going to ball it up. Special welcome back here. I think we might have had some technical issues with the microphone. But welcome to the Centenary Oval. Good clash here today between Souths and Waybacks. It's contested in the South forward 50 at the moment. The scores are currently Waybacks 1-6, leading Souths with no yet to score. Today with me is Mark, who's the guest commentator as well, and Chris. Welcome to Centenary Oval again, just as the rain starts to drizzle across the oval. Good morning to you, Mark.
Yeah, good morning, Chris. Yeah, should be a really good game. 2 evenly matched teams. Been nothing in it so far, so very tight football. And obviously, this rain will make it a little bit more difficult as well. Ball's been hacked out. McIntyre puts a tackle on. Ball's kicked out by Baldwin, kicks quickly around the corner. Ball into Spirit. Very nice grab. Very nice grab by Mason Hope. Gets the ball in moving. Crollig brings the ball to ground. Picked up by Aldridge. Ball's hacked out. Young Brady Waters overruns the ball. Jevon Horton kicks the ball deep, heading towards goals. And that's the first score, a minor score. That leaves it to Lincoln South 1 point, trailing Waybacks 1-6. And this rain's starting to get a little bit heavier. Ball about to be kicked out by Waybacks. Young Whittle kicks it deep. Ball's being picked up. Crowley handballs the ball out. It's grabbed by Aldridge. Hands back inside. It's a turnover to Lincoln South. Craig just overran the ball. He's had plenty of the footy so far. Hands to Feeney. Ball in dispute. Craig picks it up again. Another kick. Kicks it, hacks it forward, and a lovely mark by Feeney, reading the ball well. Lovely left long kick, kicks it deep. Slippery ball, rolls out of bounds. Ball out of bounds on the tackle world side, in between wing and half forward of Lincoln South. Ball gets thrown in. Rucks miss it. Ball has been hacked forward out of the contest. It's in dispute. Bo Baldwin picks it up, couldn't quite go with it. Dickinson kicks the ball forward, it's in dispute again. Young Cade Mullins leading the ball, picked up by Lincoln South. Dylan Evans, ball out of bounds. In between wing and half forward, heading towards the Wayback goals. Wind starting to pick up, the ball's been kicked out of the pack quickly. Picked up by Crollig. Kicks it forward. The wind's having a big effect on this. That wind's starting to pick up, making very difficult conditions. In dispute over there. Mess of bodies. Wayback and South players go to ground. Umpire will call in shortly, I think. No, ball's been hacked out very quickly. Good umpiring. Lincoln South run onto the ball. Dylan Evans, it's in dispute. Or maybe holding the man. No, let go. Connor Madden kicks the ball forward. Almost an interception by Whittle. Ball's been hacked out, and a rush behind just takes the pressure off. Waybacks to kick the ball out. Ashton Whittle's got the ball, having a look. He'll just try to. He's going to use up all his ground. Kicks it deep. Overrun by Baldwin. Picked up by Saxon Spencer. Handballs the ball to Baldwin. Back to Saxon. Long way down from there. Battersbury kicks the ball forward. Very difficult to pick up these players at the moment. Young Lockie Day gets it. Ball's been turned over. Dylan Evans kicks the ball forward. Bit of holding there, let go by the umpire. Feeney hands the ball out. Whittle overruns the ball, hacks the ball out of defence. Good defender's kick there. Quite a messy game at the moment due to the conditions. The effort is outstanding. Craig hacks the ball forward again. Well read by Bo Baldwin. A couple of class players involved there. Great switch out. Takes a bounce, doesn't quite come up. Young Bascom needs to keep going. Bouncing might not be the way to go today. Bascom butters up again. Handballs the ball out. Let go by the umpire. There'll be a bit of leeway given today in these conditions. Jevon Horton turns around, kicks it, and that will just go out of bounds. That'll be a free kick to Wayback.
Kick forward by Waybacks. Contested mark. Almost a great mark there by the Wayback player. Move forward. It's just been in dispute right on the forward 50. Couple of young South players getting their heads over the ball and getting it knocked around. Moving it forward now. Young Connor is doing a terrific job there. John Baskin cleans up on the half-back line for Waybacks, looking for a couple of options, kicking forward to 4-on-1, and young Jack Upton's come up with the grab there. Caleb McIntyre. Caleb puts it forward. The ball sounds heavy already. Bend their back, try and squeeze it through. Archie Van Doren gets put over board. Held up there on the centre forward for South. Ball wasn't going anywhere. Very well played by both sides. Ball's up by the umpires. Clean ruck, even ruck. Another tap forward. Clearing kick there by Waybacks. It's going to be quickly cleaned up. It looks like a little throw out the side there. Play on, says the umpire. A little bit of soccer going dribbling forward. It's going to be who wants it more. Both Waybacks and South overran the ball there. Ball fell dead, slipping out of the wings there. 2-on-1 now. Young Bo Baldwin versing young Ryder Kowalski, and the ball's slipped over the sideline for a throw in. It's a good throw in there. Ball's cleared by South on this time. Kicked forward to the wing. Just as the rain starts to ease, so that's a great tackle there, and it's been rewarded. Young Baskin finds it, kicks forward to try and find a play, but straight down the throat of South. Drop there on the wing. Play on, says the umpire. Now the ball's in dispute. Players gather around. Knocked out. This looks like a slippery soap out there at the moment. No one's really getting a real good grasp on that footy and moving it forward. There's a push in the back there, but play on, says the umpire. Archie Van Doren gets it forward, kicks it forward in another inside 50 for South. Beautifully picked up there by Josiah. And the siren sounds for the first quarter. Currently the Waybacks are 1 goal 6, leading Lincoln South 2 behind 2. What a great first quarter there, Mark. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the boys handled the conditions as well as you could expect it. It's quite blustery and quite damp underfoot, so the skill level will be affected, but the effort was outstanding, and I think probably Lincoln South probably didn't quite take as much advantage of the forward entries they had during that quarter. But will be the breeze really isn't having any effect either end. Pretty well going straight across the ground, so I don't think it'll have. I think it'll be just up to get the ball in quickly with these wet conditions and try to make something happen.
Yeah, I was still recording. You're right there. That's it. That's good. You sound really good too.
Well, I think it's what we expected. A tough quarter, and it's going to be a tough game. I wonder what the coaches would be saying right now to their players. Put the first quarter behind it, let's move into the next 3, they would be suggesting. Certainly the efforts from both sides have been commendable so far, and it's a lot easier sitting here in the commentary box and than being out in the footy field this morning in those conditions. But looking forward to the second quarter.
Oh, so it's going all right? Yeah, it's on it. It is, isn't it? But this overcast weather's making it a lot easier for me to shoot. Sunspots so we're going there, like, and see what we're
Both coaches holding the huddles for a long time in that first quarter. The sirens have sounded and we're ready to go to the second quarter. Umpires are both giving both sides a G up. Waybacks are still holding their huddle at the moment. Obviously they've got some concerns, or they're getting some messages across. Souths are broken and they're moving back out in the footy field ready to go for the second quarter. Still the Waybacks still sit in their huddles. Typical of the Wayback sides, they tend to have long conversations in their quarter. Umpire's getting a bit jancy now, wanting them to move on. Here we go, they're broken away, so we should be underway shortly in the second quarter. Hopefully that was just a small shower that passed through there, Mark, and we should have some dry footy now. Ball will be wet and greasy still and heavy, I'd imagine. But let's hope that it settles into a really good contest in this second quarter. Jack up against Jackson. This is a good contested ruck between these two. Ball's been tossed up. Jackson wins that one that time, but it's been cleaned up by South. Young Archie's been Jimmy McRae's been wrapped up in that. And we'll have another ball up just inside the square. Clearing kick there for South, moving forward just on the outside of the square. No one really wanted it. Being picked up by Arch. Kick forward. Young Tom Ambrose is coming out to gather that up. Turns around, wheels around on his right. Kicks it forward, cleaned up by South. Waybacks have dropped it, and a deliberate rush behind there. Ball's been brought back in. Players are a little bit slow to move. Young Baldwin's got a mark. He's played on quickly, drives it forward, down on the wings, kicking forward. Another great mark there by young Mullins. But handball back to Bo, moving forward, right down onto young Bradley Dares. Just missed the clean up there. It's a handball over the top, running forward. Quick goal there to Waybacks. Probably the start that Waybacks were looking for, but not really the start that South wanted. They wanted to make sure there was maintain some scoreboard pressure. South need to regather themselves quickly to start to apply some pressure onto this Wayback side. Good knock up, good knock forward. Again, Waybacks to clean up. Gone into the centre. Quick kick there forward. Dribbling ball forward, straight over the head of the Wayback player. Jevon picks up right-handed, right-handed, turns around, wheels left, kicks forward, and just touched and might roll, dribbles out the side for a throw-in. Throw in deep in the South right forward pocket. It's a low ball. And the umpire's asked to be thrown back in again. That throw-in's a lot better. Got a lot more height in it. Got it cleaned out. Rovered well again. Kick forward. Straight over the top of 3 players. Beautiful pick up there. Kicks in towards inboard. It's a lot of pressure. His mate's under pressure. Keeping shoulder there by both South. Young Chai Thompson. What wraps him up? Well, there's a big throw there, and it's been called by the spectators. Kick forward. It's a hot footy at the moment. Intensity's lifting between them. Kicking deep into the Waybacks forward line now. Young Bradley Dare picks up the ball, scoops, wheels around. No one really wanting it from South at the moment. Umpire calls play on. Kicked around, kicked out of bounds on the full. Looks like it'll be a South kick in.
Testing the second mic.
Sorry. Still not working. Always ordering.
Kick forward and just dribbled out just next to the goal post. Brad Dare kicking the ball back in. Not really giving too many options to kick for. Goes for a big long kick. Probably a 45-metre kick, top of the pack. Has been cleaned up by South. South move it forward again and then find the boundary. touch, called touch. Umpires are going to throw that one in. Wasting no time. Players weren't even quite ready. But that's good umpiring, good play from everyone involved. Kick forward in deep inside 50. South players all around it. One way, Waybacks. Moving forward. A lot of drop marks out there today. Just not hanging on to it. Obviously, the ball still wet and slippery.
Baldwin kicks on the outside of the foot, and that's a tremendous goal to Baldwin. That's his second goal. Wayback's moved to 3 goals, 18 points, 3 points. Right, Sunshine Bay in Tenerife at the moment, and conditions are slowly improving.
Thrown up by this umpire. Good ruck. Knock to Wayback's kick forward. Ray just dribbles the ball forward himself. Sidesteps to the right, kicks around. To the forward. Cleaned up by Mason Hope. That's a good mark there by Mason. Plays on quickly. Runs his full measure. Drops the ball. And is being pinged for holding the ball. Wayback's free kick right on the forward flank. Kick to the top of the square. Contested ball. Comes in dispute. Umpire's found something in then, and he's going to call it as his, and he's going to throw that up. Another good tap win there to Jackson from Waybacks. Ball creeps forward, dribbled out. We've got 3-on-1 here. Well done to Connor Madden. Gets the cleans it up. Tries to get his handball out to Cody Duncan. Couldn't move it forward. Been hacked off. Been a late sling tackle. It's been rewarded as a free kick. And young Lockie Day is just slow to get back up on his feet. These 15-year-olds are pretty tough mob, so they should be okay. Play on. Not 15, or touched off the boot by the looks of things. And a good sling tackle there. Umpire's called it as his, and he'll toss that up now. Big thump there by South, straight down to Dylan Evans. Dylan couldn't quite collect it, gather it up. Plenty of plays around the ball, no one really getting hold of it, no one really taking charge of the game at the moment, no one standing up. Umpire's found a free kick amongst all that, and moving it out onto the right-hand wing by South. Great grab there by young, who have we got there, young 15-year Chai Thompson, young Chai Thompson. Kicks it back inside to Dylan Evans. Had no opportunity to get rid of that and just been quickly wrapped up by the Waybacks players. The umpire now will toss the ball up. Good clean knock there again. Push in the side. No correction, push in the back there. The umpire's called a push in the back. That's a bit of a big tough call against them there, but that's the umpire's calling out there in the centre of the ground. Kicks it forward into centre 50. That's a great grab there by young Artridge Aldridge. Artridge's not really looking to play on quickly, but then goes back and takes his kick now. He's been directed by some of his teammates to settle himself down, go back, have a kick. See if he's got the reach on this kick. Bit shaky. He's going to go down the top square. Big thump there. Play on, says the umpire. Kicking, clearing. And up and under, moves out onto the wing. It's a foot race to the front. Mason tries to gather up one hand, but didn't quite get it. 2 hands for beginners. Moving forward, and young Mullins drops it right back into the pockets. It dribbles out over the side for a throw. Push in the back. Umpire's called a push in the back there. And that's going to be a really tight angle there for the young lad. And young Jackson will have to probably play around on that. We've seen that a few times in the top level games. Umpire's holding the 5 metres clear. Plays on quickly, straight down the throat of young Mason. Mason tries a dribble kick out. South plays hanging on the Waybacks and pushes it out over the boundary. Being called as out, play in, play on. No. The umpires have pulled the game up and are going to call a throw in. Boundary umpire a bit slow there to react, but I think the field umpire had that wrapped up and called it correctly.
Ball's thrown in, rove by Waybacks. Smothered kick from Ashton out. Ball's in dispute. Conrad hits that and a nice saving mark to Bascom. Pushes back hard, looking forward, not sure. Called to play on. It's a long kick. Ooh, disputed ball there. Nice unusual smother. Ball trying to be handed out. Stacks on the mill. It's been knocked out. Spencer handballs the ball out. Young Ellen didn't quite get it. The ball. The chase is on here to get the ball. Young Brody Waters is leading the pack at the moment. Goes to pick it up. Just overruns the ball. Stacks on the mill. Umpire will surely call this up shortly. He's giving him enough time to get it out. Thrown out effectively. Ball's been hacked forward. Fraser jumps on the ball. It's quite. I think umpire Blewett may have lost his whistle. No, he's paid it too high to Waybacks. And Keely Feeney. Head over the ball, goes back with that long left leg. Kicks the ball deep. Waybacks outnumbered. Slippery ball goes over the back. Mullins knocks the ball forward. Johnson kicks it forward. The other Mullins has the ball. Lovely tackle. And the ball rolls out of bounds to be thrown in. That was tough football there. All about to be thrown in. Forward pocket for Waybacks. Waybacks are attacking here in this third quarter. Ball's hacked out of the air. Disputed. Batters rehand. South Craig gets the ball in. He's had plenty of it today. In dispute again. Starkey's got the ball, hands it out. Aldridge. Some tough play happening there. That's out. Brody Waters, and he's off. The little racehorse. Kicks it deep. Nice grab by Saxon Spencer. Saxon Spencer going back. He'll have a shot for goals. This will be on his range, I think. He'll have a shot for goals probably about 45 out. Taking his time. Siren would be about to go in this quarter. Breeze might be slightly across him. Conditions are quite good at the moment. Almost about to tick onto the 15-minute mark. Saxon lining up for, which would be a very handy goal, almost on the three-quarter time, on the half-time break. Lovely strike of the ball, but it's drifting left. Knocked back in. Bo Baldwin down there. Handballs the ball out. Another handball out. Mullins pushed off the ball. A quick kick out, marked by Crowley. Crowley looks up, ball drops short, and that'll be out of bounds. And should be a kick to Lincoln South to ease some pressure. Long kick to half back. Nice grab there by Mullins. Crowley. Crowley centres the ball. Why wouldn't you go to Bo Baldwin? Ball spills, he's back over it again. He may have caught one high, but called play on. Mullins has the ball. That's a tackle. Umpire Blewett will come in to bounce the ball about 40 metres out from the Wayback goal. Almost on the tick of the siren, and there is the siren. For the half-time siren. We have Waybacks 3 straight goals 18 to Lincoln South 3 straight points. About ready to get proceedings underway in the second half. 3 points. Ball will be thrown in half forward, heading towards the Lincoln South goals. Ruckman at it again. Spencer knocks the ball to advantage. Ball bounces back into the inboard. Stacks on the mill. Quick kick out from Lincoln South. Gets the ball forward. Tackle, and the ball is forced over the line for another throw-in. This game's getting, as players probably getting a little bit tired with the conditions. Just looking for someone to break open. Craig trying his hard out, gets the ball forward again. Wayback seem to have the numbers. Lincoln South still pressuring. Being picked up by Van Dorn, kicks the ball forward and was touched. Another point. Whittle picks the ball up quickly, looks inboard, plays on quickly, kicks it long, goes to that man again, just over his head of Bo Baldwin. Just slipped the tackle. Balls come in. South are a live chance here. They've got numbers around the contest. Ball out of bounds, about to be thrown in forward pocket. Spencer down, Stacks on the mill, I think we'll have another ball up. Ball's tossed up. Spencer brings the ball back inside. Ball and overruns the ball. Craig, dangerous tackle. No. Get the ball back and then umpire will throw it up. Craig gets up, a little bit shaken by that. It's a very short toss. This favours Lincoln South. Hacked off the ground by Kennedy, I think. That was an opportunist goal, and that gets the ball. That gets their first goal on the board for Lincoln South. Lincoln South 1 goal 3. Actually, I think the scoreboard's had a little bit of a hiccup. 1 goal 3, 9 points to 3 goals straight 18.
One goal 4. So South registered their first goal into the third quarter. Tossed up there by South again. 2 ruckmen going. A slight advantage towards South. Ball cleared out by young Seb. Everyone's overrunning it. Quickly kicked forward. Young Jevons going up the grab. Bit of ball kicked out. Mad Dog clicks up there. Left foot snap. And is it going to be a quick second goal? No, it's just missed slightly to the left and it's been caught behind. Looks like there's a bit of fire now in the south side, and that goal certainly picked up the intensity again in the game. Wayback still playing a solid defensive game. But with South need a player really to stand up in this quarter to start to get going, the scoreboard ticking forward. Beautifully picked up. Nice little handball out there. Kicked forward. 1-on-1. 2 contested players going to it. Young Isaac Evans just kicks the forward. Cody Duncan coming through. Wraps up the play. The handball forward. Another great tackle there. Now it's been rewarded by the umpire. Play on quickly. Looked good driving, long kick forward. Ball's gone up. Young Tom Ambrose hovering around the back and watches it dribble over the sign, just in front of the GJ Gardner home sign and the Better Electrical. Umpires will throw this in now. Quick forward, another handball over the top. Bit of volleyball happening at the moment. So they dribble forward. Oh, beautifully there. Young Brad puts his head over the ball. Wasn't rewarded. Playing on with that play. They've been let go. Some sloppy play there by both sides, and umpire's not pulling up on it. But kick ball forward now. Young John Bascom is going to clean up there for Waybacks and kick forward. Young Mason Hope. That's about his 3rd or 4th good solid mark. Hovering around that back flank today. He's been very solid in his role there today. He's unfortunately kicked it straight down the throat of a Mullins Wayback player. Kick forward right on there where the centre bounces occur. 2 Wayback players look at it. They actually both don't come up with it in the end. And it's kicked forward. No one home. And a bit of pressure applied slightly and kicked over the head. And a goal there to Matty. Oh, Mattersbury. Young Mattersbury's come up and kicked a goal there for Waybacks. Umpire tosses it up. No one really won that ruck. The ball come down on the ground. Dribbling around. Young Cody Duncan picks it up, kicks forward towards the wing. Young Seb Henderson scoops up, picks up. Little handball to himself. Kicks forward off the ground. Straight down throw to Waybacks. Wrapped up there. Some good tackles been applied. Hacked out of the air. Young Tom Ambrose comes through, picks that up, uses his muscles, drives around on his right foot, and the umpire's going to call a goal. That's a great goal. What a great comeback for the quick answer to the last goal from Waybacks. Now we're starting to really have a contested game here, and this is what we'll come out to watch and see today.
Lincoln South's second goal. That puts 2 goals 5-17 to 4 goals straight 24. This game's starting to step up a notch here. Lincoln South are starting to get their hands on the ball around the contests and driving the ball forward. So we'll see how Waybacks can react here. Ball goes up. These two ruckmen have been at it all day. Once again, ball comes down. They've nullified each other pretty well. Pack appears. Blewett's giving him plenty of times to get the ball out. Socket forward. South's using the conditions very well at the moment. Feeney's got the ball. That's been picked up. Hacked out of the pack by Waybacks going forward. Nice handball. Baldwin just couldn't quite get hold of the footy at that stage. Ball's gone forward. Waybacks at the back of the pack. Head over the footy. Crollig taking it on, kicks the ball the outside of his foot, only goes as far as, only goes for about a metre. Kicked forward by Lincoln South. And a very, very nice grab there by no, out of bounds. Castley must have dribbled it out of bounds. Ball being thrown in half forward right, favouring the Lincoln South end. Ball's been flicked back by by Lincoln South. Plenty of numbers around the contest. South have been very good at moving the ball forward and hacking it forward. Goes forward, young Kennedy again, the goal kicker, knocks the ball forward. Grabbed by Whittle, hacks the ball out, high ball, sitting under it. Battersbury, whoops. Stolen by Rogowski, kicks the ball forward, and that'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a kick back in the back pocket for Lincoln South's back pocket. Waybacks will have a kick back in. And that'll be Whittle will take the kick. Using his whole 9 metres. Kicks the ball out, just out past half back. Ball goes forward. Lincoln South again roving the ball well. It's a nice tackle. Not a lot of opportunity, but a free kick for holding the ball. Feeney with his long left leg. I imagine he'll kick it as far as he can down the line. Doesn't quite get hold of it. Goes to Baldwin. A nice grab by Baldwin on half back. Plays on, wheels across, looks up, finds Waybacks, and that's Mitchell Bailey. Mitchell Bailey doesn't know where to go. He's got to kick the ball, kicks it high, goes to Mullins, ball behind. Hart trying to pick up the ball, slight push in the back, but he overruns it. Oh, I think the Lincoln South guy tried to take on a tackle. Ball's come out. They've hacked it forward again. This has been an instruction from Lincoln South. They're knocking the ball, kicking the ball forward at any time. As they do it again, smothered off the boot. Wayback player grabs the ball, and umpire Blue will come in and say, "Give it to me." Almost on the centre, just 5 metres towards the Wayback end. Ball's tossed up beautifully. Both ruckmen comes back. Feeney hanging off the pack, reading the ball well, needs to pick up, just can't get the ball. He's picked it up. Craig again with a number of kicks gone in, and Wayback's spilt the ball. Whittle's done it well. Ball smothered. Isle tries to kick it. He's back again. Whittle kicks it across his body. Ball's in dispute. Wayback's through Crollig. Ball was smothered. Feeney, good tackle. Isle tries to tackle. And just kicked forward by Craig, marked on the last line of defence. Nice kick out, and Mullins gets onto that left kick, kicks it forward. Spencer puts his body over the front of the ball. Waybacks need to get their head over the footy here. The ball's come out for South again. Slide high tackle, missed by the umpire. Kicked forward by. And there's Jevon Horton just moving forward, kicks it forward. A lovely relieving mark. there to Waybacks. Kicks across again to Mullins. Switch play about the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. Spencer goes forward, not much forward. Picked up by Sling. He's gone a handball apparently. Ball's come forward again. Mullins puts his head over the ball. Lovely kick forward and a good mark to Hart. Wayback streaming forward. Bo Baldwin running forward to the footy. Here we go. It's kicked in. Baldwin's in beautiful position and takes a great grab. Baldwin having a shot for goal here.
Can you guys move down a bit, please?
About 40 metres out. He's a lovely kick of the ball normally.
You can sit in those chairs if you want.
Would expect that the distance shouldn't trouble. Very deliberate, comes in. Oh, didn't come off very well, and that's Wayback's first point for the game. 4 goals, 125 to 2 goals, 5-17. Ball's been kicked out by Lincoln South. It's got Horton there playing under duress. Nice tackle there, and he's being rewarded with a free kick. South play on very, very quickly. Transition, nice pass, and controlled the ball well. Kicked it forward. The race is on here. Numbers are fairly even. Kick forward. This will be hacked out by Whittle. This will come to advantage. Baldwin just standing there. Mr. Mullins was dealt with slightly after he kicked the ball, and that'll be a relayed free kick down taken by Saxon Spencer. Pushing back very quickly. Wayback's flooding forward again. The dangerous Baldwin will be around the mark. Well rowed by Mullins. This will come out quickly. Lawrence kicks the ball forward. Feeney's there. Ball's over the back. This could turn into a goal. Handed back. Horton's got the ball. This is quite desperate down here at the moment. Van Dorn spins out of pack. Unfortunately, caught hold of the ball. Lovely kick forward, not a kick forward, that's gone out of bounds, and that'll go straight back. It'll come straight back. Young Waters. Kicked in, missed mark, one of the few rare mistakes that Craig's made today. He might have got one. Oops, there's something happening down here. Umpire blew it. Has given a yellow card to right on the 3/4 time siren. He's going on with it. I would put your head down, young fella, and just keep walking. So at the 3/4 time siren, Wayback's 4 goals 1, lead Lincoln South 2 goals 5. I think this will be a cracker of a last quarter coming up here, Chris.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It would be interesting to see what happened down there in the behind the play. The young umpire blew it. Experienced umpires called a yellow card. That's an interesting call. So we'll try and find out what's happened there and get back to you on that one there. But obviously something's happened in the behind the play, and it looked like the South player didn't agree with the umpire. The umpire's pulled his yellow card, the old go-to yellow card for him. But what a cracking game of football. South's really come into it in that third quarter there and started to put some pressure on the scoreboard. Still just missing a few opportunities, and just their ball skills are just letting them down a little bit today. You'd hope that their nerves are settled by the third quarter. Waybacks have certainly bounced back from their first loss against the Souths in their first round of the finals this year, and certainly showing that they are a good side and a hard side to beat. Stage is set for a good final quarter now, as we look forward to that last quarter to see whose side's going to come out on top.
it?
What do you want it to?
So, it's going here, all right?
Yep.
We'll run
Just
out
squeeze
of
through,
cars.
actually, sorry.
Okay, here it is, the last quarter, about to get underway. Wayback's 4 goals 1. Lead Lincoln South 2 goals 5, 8 points to Drift. I think this will be an outstanding last quarter. Ball's tossed up. Free kick. Oh, that was to the 25, I think. So going forward, Mark Spills, handball out, Mullins. Missed the whole lot. There was an opportunity gone begging there. No time on in these games, so they need to get that ball back quickly. About to be kicked in by Lincoln South. Just the half back. Nice grab by Gray. He's trying hard all day. He's standing. Comes out, ball's out. We've got Borden lurking on the edge of the pack. I think the umpire will come in and ball this up. Effort from all players is outstanding. Wayback setting the wall up. 15-20 metres off the play. There's ruckman been at it all day. Go again. Ball comes down. Slightly high. Umpires not sure. I think he's looked at it from a point of view of the difference in height. Up it goes again. Spencer goes forward. Kicks smothered. Wayback wall comes, hacks it off the ground. Goes forward. Archie Aldridge, lovely play. Kicks it forward. Beats all players. Goes to the back of the pack here. There's a slight push. Missed. It's a dangerous position here. Ball's just come off the boot. Well played by Lincoln South. Got it out. Wayback's had the numbers, but it's got him behind. It's a nice tackle. Oh, and holding the ball. Not sure what opportunity he had. Feeney kicks the ball deep into attack, looking for ball when ball goes over the back. And it's smashed into the post for a point by Saxon Battersbury. That would have been a handy goal. Waybacks are trying very hard to put a bit of space here. Ball being kicked out from Lincoln South. A lovely kick outside 50. Crollig tried to get the ball. Ball comes back in. Bailey Fraser hands the ball out. South, as they've been doing, are happy to keep punting the ball forward, working in confined spaces over on the wing, kicking in. Feeney spoils the ball to ground. Waybacks have the numbers out at the pack. Mullins again, nice control of the footy there by Upston, the ruckman. Clearing mark from Waybacks. Heading forward, goes for Spencer, and a lovely mark by Saxon Spencer. Pushing back. That wind's starting to pick up a little bit at the moment. That could have caused some issues. Nice grab down there deep by Isaac Evans. Switches the ball. Oh, this is like a kick to kick here. Mullins drives the ball in. Disputed play. Waybacks do have the numbers. Saxon Battersbury grabs the ball along with Isaac Evans, and the umpire will toss the ball up. Ruckman go again. Craig, another possession, kicks the ball out. Grabbed by Mullins, driven back in deep. And a lovely grab by his brother, Cade Mullins. Would have done that in the backyard a few times. Cade Mullins, as we're just ticking into the 5-minute mark of this quarter. He's lining up. Pretty difficult kick this. Wynn won't get any assistance. He's pushed it to the right. Another point. Waybacks 4 goals 3. Lincoln South 2 goals 5.
A long kick back in, but straight down throw to 13. Plays on quickly, straight into the goal square. They're going to turn around and a quick goal. The old 7-point trick there by Waybacks. 5 goals 2 to Lincoln South 2.5. Not quite the response South wanted out of that clear out. Just feel like the game's just starting to slip away from the South at the moment. They really need to step up in the next 5 minutes to get a stranglehold back on this game and put some scoreboard pressure back onto Waybacks. If they don't, they can sort of start to slowly, the game start to slip away. South's got a lot of good players out there that really need to stand up now and really get involved in the game. South players really need to start to work on their skill level, just making sure that they get control of the balls in these slippery, wet, greasy conditions. Certainly tough out there at the moment. There's a young kid that's played a lot of hard today, young Madden. Kick forward for South. Out towards Seb Henderson, takes a brilliant chest mark as the rain starts to tumble. Looking for options up forward, but there's just a big sea of players. Hands in the back by Waybacks, play on says the umpire. Throw in on the wing there. It's another low ball, but play on is the call. The umpire's called time. He would like it thrown back in, and this rain is belting down now in the centre. We might even get very close to hail here shortly. Almost we're calling it as hail. It's cold up here in the commentary box. I'm sure it's cold down there on the footy field. It's a lovely kick out of there. It's going to be a hard one to mark. Ball comes to ground. Placed out there on the wing by young Connor Kennedy. He's pushed it forward. Play on is the call. The umpire's put the whistles away for the day. And they're just letting the boys have a run and have a kick out there at the moment with making it up as they go along. Players been held onto there. cleared out the back. Scooped up there by young Chai. So hot potato, kick forward, handball out to the wing of Cody Duncan. Popped over the top to smothered off the boot. Players are all just stacking on top of each other. And the umpires pulled out something out of there, played, held without the ball. It's first one for the day. Kick play on by the South. Touch off hands, play on. Mitchell's gone to his knees. Ball's gone in, dragged back in by a way-back player. Kicked forward, out by South. Moving forward to the ward pocket, and it dribbles over the sideline. We'll see Wayback bring the ball back into play now. The rain just seems to be just a steady rain now. Kick, a big kick, probably possibly 55 metres. Umpires are now starting to pick up with their players that are held without the ball and awarding a couple of free kicks. Touch play on, says the umpire, kicks forward, right down on that wing there. Some little hand passes out there, little long clearing kick into no one. Players streaming from all directions to get to it. South got first touch of the ball, tock out to the Waybacks player. Waybacks are dribbling around at their feet. South have come back in with 2 or 3 players to clean up the mess. Nice little handball over the top. They clean it out. Jimmy Craig kicks forward. 2-on-1. Tom Ambrose is streaming through. Young Dylan Evans picks up the ball, kicks forward. Connor Madden, no, the whistle's been blown. They've pulled a free kick. They're going to bring it back to to where the incident occurred. There's no advantage being played there. Gives an opportunity for the players to make their way back, or most of the players are walking back with no sense of urgency. But they've all found a player, and we're going to kick forward shortly. So kicking forward. Ball's come down the ground. Young Archie Van Doren's picked up the ball, kicked a handball out. Ball finds its way out onto the wing. Fairly even contest at the moment, 2-on-2. Lovely pick up there in degrees conditions. Handball's out to top. Cleaned up again by Bo, just hovering around the back there. He must have had a dozen touches today. And the ball's just gone over the sideline there. Boundary where it will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Tough gig for these young kids that do the boundary umpire, and it's great to see these young kids getting involved in the game in an umpiring level. It'd be great to see some more kids next season get involved with putting their hand up and being an umpire. Ball's contested right on the 50-metre boundary, handball forward, and it's found its way onto the boundary again for another toss in. Wing's just drifting into that pocket at the moment, creating a bit of a dead pocket. The wind's probably been consistent the whole game, but this wet weather been on and off. It's made an interesting game of footy. Hacked forward, Caddy tries to kick off the ground, kick forward again by Waybacks. Not quite a mark, picked up by Brad there, handballs out towards Archie. Archie wheels around on his left foot kicks forward. Young Jevon Horton floating at the back there and takes a solid grab. The umpire calls play on. Interesting call from the umpire, but kick forward on the goal square mark there by Ashton, who cleans up from the for the Waybacks, drives it out over the 50-metre arc. Jumper's been held on to, manages to break free, gets a handball off to Brad. Brad kicks forward. Again, Jevon Horton floating around the back there, not rewarded for effort. Picks up the ball, left foot snap, top of the square, no one home for South. Three Wayback players there to clean up. And the ball again comes out, Archer comes in. 1-on-1. Time neither player successful in that challenge there. Gets a little handball kick forward. Young Mason. Ball's on the ground. Ball's been picked up there. There's a throw there to so free kick to South. No advantage given. They muck around with the footy instead of getting it back to a player and moving on quickly. These are skills that these young 15-year-olds will learn as they go up through their playing career. Big flying attempt there. 4 or 5 South players around the bottom of the pack, all surrounded by Waybacks, hacked forward. Ball hits the deck. Just no one really wanting to pick it up. It'll be a tough ball to pick up. And again, just dribbles over the boundary line for another throw-in.
As the clock ticks over to about the 13-minute mark of the last quarter, we've got 5 goals, 3 Waybacks to 2 goals, 5 Lincoln South, deep in Lincoln South territory, and they're pushing hard. Ball's been in there very much for the last 5 minutes. The umpire decides, give it to me, I'll throw it up. They'll need a score out of this stoppage here if they're any chance to win this, I think. Ball goes down. It's very difficult to see. There is almost an entire 36 players in the Lincoln South forward zone. Spencer knocks the ball down forward. Once again, there's a pack develops. Umpires will give them as much time to get the ball out to try to make something happen. Ball's been hacked out forward. Lincoln South have the numbers, but Wayback's managed to hack the ball out of the air. Effectively got about a minute to go, I think. Ball's kicked forward. Hands. Baldwin kicks the ball quickly out. Wayback's nice handball there. Baldwin running forward. Kicked off the ball by Fraser. And again by Mullins going forward. It's a foot race going on here. Mullins kept his feet. Oops. He's got Jackson Hart forward. Gets across to the football. Has a shot and he's hit the post. But I think he's got a free kick for too high after he kicked the ball. So I imagine he'll go back. Almost 15-minute mark of this last quarter. He'll go back. Take his time. And line up for goals. Umpire still. I think you could almost say this may be the last kick of the game. Goes back, very deliberate, shot for goals, pushes it across the line, and a saving mark there by Lincoln South. Got to move him back out to the 9-metre mark. Needs to get this ball moving very, very quickly. Kicks it out past half-back. Defensive pack. Lincoln South grab the ball quickly, push forward. And a nice mark by Kennedy. Kennedy feigns a handball, plays on. Gets it going forward quickly. And there is the siren. Very good game, Waybacks. Waybacks have run out winners, 5 goals, 3-33 to 2 goals, 5-17. Well done to all teams involved. Very good game. Thank you.
Great call there, Mark, and thanks for the opportunity to have a call with you. I think that's as the game wore on, we got into it as much as the players got into it. Terrific result there to Waybacks, and congratulations to the South players. Both sides have put in a brilliant effort this year. Unfortunately, there's only one winner at the end of the day, and the Waybacks have got the victors today. So it gives South something to work on for the next season. As we head down towards the presentations now, and we'll look forward to the under-17 game to kick off in about 10 minutes' time.
Yeah, no,